Vultures. I am your host, Petty, joined by my incomparable co-host, Speed. How are you doing today?
What up, everybody? Doing good. How's life been, actually?
Life is going
Actually,
good.
wait. How has life been?
Life is going pretty good. It's been complex lately.
Yeah, okay,
There's been no cons.
I forgot. I missed ComplexCon, brother.
Yes, you did. I'm salty because I needed you there. You're my wingman.
Well, I mean, it was funny because I was telling one of my homies, yeah, I mean, I'm mad I missed it, but I'm happy, Chris isn't going to pull up. I see the booth. I didn't even know this fool was going.
Oh, yeah, I saw Chris. He said, "What up, Speed?"
He said, "What up, Speed?"
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, where's Speed at?"
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and then he gave me like 6 pairs of his new slide and all signed.
What size?
They were all 14s.
So you got an extra pair.
No, I gave them away.
All signed.
All signed.
Huh. What color?
There was a blue pair. I remember that in grade one.
But I was gonna say, what were the high lows? What happened? What's going down? Give me some scoop.
It was dope. There was a lot of the food. The food was the cool part. There was a
Wasn't it expensive?
And no, it wasn't. But there was a little bit. There was some restaurant quality food though. So it's like it wasn't just like all fast food. It was some food trucks with some gourmet type stuff. I saw old boy from Hot Ones. He was there taking pictures.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that was cool. I was thinking like, man, next year I gotta bring my sister because she likes Hot Ones.
I'm surprised they didn't have like a little Hot Ones booth or like a little testing or something funny for the.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do like a wing thing there, but you can see all the problems with that. Like somebody eats some wings and they touch their eye, then all of a sudden Complex is getting sued.
I feel that. That's a lot.
But I think they should have like at least somewhere you can buy hot sauces there. I'm pretty sure there was. I probably just missed it. And then what else was cool there? Trill Burgers, got to try those. Bun B's burger. That was cool. And then
scale from 1 to 10.
I will give it a very Trill 8.
Okay.
Only because I had to eat it with what is it called again? 1,000 Island. You couldn't make any alterations, and I don't mess with 1,000 Island, so that kind of threw it off for me. But it was good. I would order it again. And man, there was so much like cool booths. One of the booths that I really liked was and also, to be honest with you, there wasn't a lot of lows. I know a lot of people were saying that this one was like a lot smaller, but for me, it was cool because it's my first time covering it as like someone who's part of the media, so it made it a lot easier to move around and stuff. There was 2 cool booths that we didn't get to like actually go to and record that I hit separately like beforehand, so I wanted to talk about them. One was the Artifact booth, and I think I sent you a picture of those dunks, the ones that are like the cyber-looking dunks.
Oh yeah. Those were hard.
Yeah.
Those look like the Miles Morales joints at the end of the Spider-Man.
Yeah, those were hard. In fact,
they had both colors there. Pause again, Granddad.
What'd you say?
Pause again, Granddad. No sneak meter, but no. But they had the silver ones and the purple ones.
Yeah.
Or just
so there was the purple ones were there for display, like the.
You bought those ones, right?
That's the ones I got. The purple.
Okay,
ones.
That's lit.
The black and purple ones, and then there's a white pair that was being sold that was with that same one, but it wasn't there like in person. They had
white and what color?
It was just a straight white. It's like the same one, but like
that sounds kind of saucy actually.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a Apple product. It was all white done.
I'm gonna look that up. I actually didn't check. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then the gray ones that you're talking about, it was like gray with the blue swoosh.
I didn't like that one.
Yeah, it's funny. I really like that one a lot, but like a lot of people felt that same way.
Yeah, no, I already know.
Yeah, I mean, you got like I want to say besides like a couple pairs of shoes this year that me and you don't have very similar tastes. Like there's certain things that like we agree, like grails that are like really great, but like general sneakers, completely different styles.
I can't wait to tell you about my top 5 worst sneakers of the year.
I can't wait to tell you about my top 5 best sneakers of the year. Spoiler alert, that's the last segment that we're closing the show with. But before we get into the clips, let's talk about the shoes that we got on, because I'm a big fan of these. I wanted to show you some love real quick, because listen, Converse, if you watching this man is be showing y'all sneakers some love. These Garçons. I never even owned a pair of low top Converse before. I had some high tops, but never low tops. And these are making me change my mind about wanting to own a pair. These are hot, bro.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of had to just pick them up today, really. But I got some big clown feet here. They look like clown shoes with this red bottom to me. But bro, I do like the cream up top. Pause.
Bro, yeah, pause. I hate how you just be freestyling sneakers. You just buy a pair the day you come in, and they're always like the hottest sneaker that I've seen. Like that's annoying.
Well, no, I was busy this week and this weekend, so.
Yeah, I know you be out and about in these streets.
Yeah, a little bit. Not anymore. I'm a changed man.
You heard it here first. Sorry, ladies. And today I have on these are the Adidas Forum, I believe, Bad Bunny in obviously the brunch cone.
Those are the Bad Bunnies.
Yeah.
Got it. I was going to say, those look like a skate shoe kind of. I like the double tongue right there. Pause.
Yeah. Yo, lots of pausing going on this episode. Hey, yo. But, yeah, no, these are so comfortable. I wanted to say something because I'm like, these are like one of the most comfortable pairs of shoes that I own.
What would you say those are? Like a skate shoe or just like a lifestyle shoe?
It's a lifestyle shoe, but I definitely could see people skating in this. Like, this would be, like, if I was still skating, like, back in the day, I definitely would skate in these. It has, like, the nappy suede and then also the midsole that kind of comes up over the top of the shoe, so it probably lasts a lot longer than, like, a regular shoe. So I'm with that.
What's the price point on those?
I want to say it was, like, $140 or $160.
Okay, you like those better than the Clarks?
No. I think that these are more comfortable and they're like comparable as far as style. Like I don't think that you're like, oh, wow, like that it's crazy to wear these over those. But like the Samba it's in its own rarefied air. I think these are amazing. It's one of my favorite shoes that I like. This is more of like a shoe that I've worn more than other shoes that I think might be more popular or better. You know what I mean? Because it's comfortable.
I feel that.
But we have some awesome. I had an awesome time at ComplexCon, and let's get into the clips, and then we can talk about.
Oh, you got some clips? Yeah, let me see. All right, run it.
Let's go. What is up? It's your boy Petty, and we are here at ComplexCon 2023. Yo, whole lot of influence in the building. You see in different streetwear brands, different sneakers, and a lot of brands I'm ready to put you onto today. So make sure you stay locked in here with Culture Vultures TV. We out. It's your boy Petty, and we back here for Culture Vultures, and we're here with the legendary J Tips, man. This has been quite a year for you. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm just happy to be here, man.
Man, I have to say, man, like I said, this has been the year J Tips. You know what I'm saying? This has been you, man. You had your first sneaker that came out, man, and you took the game by storm. That's a hell of a coming out party. You know what I'm saying? How did that come about?
Just doing the work, keeping yourself hot, making yourself irresistible, man. Like, I just kept just trying to figure out how to get myself into the shoe game, and I love shoes my whole life, but I feel like I just wanted more of it. Like I wanted almost like dope in the veins. Like I needed it. There's a bigger fix, and I just kind of just kept showing up, doing a lot of good pop-ups, do stuff, and me and Saucony, we kicked it off.
Yo, you definitely kicked out. That's a nice way to put it. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you your flowers. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna talk about the upcoming sneaker in just a moment. But I wanted to know, especially with this is you're doing your first release at ComplexCon. You know what I'm saying? That's big. Also, what the aesthetics that we have here. We have one side that's red. One side that's blue. Where does that come from?
To me, it's the theme of the collection is what's the occasion. So one shoe is wear to a date, another one is wear to a party. So I wanted to have the booth kind of resemble both themes. I think that growing up collecting shoes, you always have different shoes for different occasions, like Easter, back to school, Christmas stuff. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to just kind of speak intention into the person, is just making sure it seem like if I got something nice to do, if I'm hanging out with somebody that I'm trying to impress, this is the one I wear to a date. If I'm just trying to put it on a good fit, I'm gonna be seen, I'm gonna take pictures, I'm wear party shoes. So I just try to play off of just people, just intuition, you know what I'm saying?
And you also got a third one for another occasion, that you teased a little bit. I think you got them on now, huh? Yeah. Tell what occasion is that for?
This is the one I'm wearing is the unreleased. Is wear to a dinner. This will be a third masterpiece, but unfortunately we're not releasing this one, so it's just that.
Okay, man. We ain't invited to dinner. That's what he's saying. But no, man. But we are invited to the party. You know what I'm saying? And you got us right for a date, so I'm happy about it. I wanted to ask you about something specific. I noticed that with a lot of the hats that you've done, that they've been fitted versus snapback. Is that intentional?
Yeah, to me, I think a fitted, even though it's like a baseball cap that you see over and over again, I think when you have something your size, is very, very luxury. Like I think like people can have, and it's kind of like I feel like that with shoes too. Like you can have it, but you don't have my size. You don't have the one that I got, and I just think it's very tailored and catered to you. So that's always been like my favorite thing. But of course, like I love the way like snaps feel and the snap community, because it's definitely a snapback community, because they attack me because they feel like I don't speak to them. But I do really, really like just love the. I just love like that fitted feeling, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I noticed that. I was like, for me, because it's the same thing. I think for me, a snapback is just like, because you can adjust it, you don't need to do it. But like you said, there's something special. It's like, that's not, like you said, that's your shoe, that's your hat for you. So that makes a lot of sense, man. I just want to say, man, if no one else gives you your flowers today, man, we want to make sure that we give them to you here, man.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I just try to do the good work. Try to inspire people because they inspire me, man.
Well, we know you got a lot ahead of you. Like, this is just the beginning. A lot of people, like, you did it one time, right? You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, hey, can you do it for me again? And I'm going to let you guys know right now, he did it again. He did it again. Because these right here, these are fire, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you, man, for doing the interview. And, man.
Thank you, man. We're going to do it again. We're going to be back and bigger and better each time.
And that goes for both of us, brother. Let's go. All right, man. What up? We're back here. It's your boy Petty, and we're back at ComplexCon 2023 with Michelle K. Hanagusa, the brand creator for Uprisers. And we're really excited because we want to tell you a little bit about her brand, or she's going to tell you a little bit about her brand. So, Michelle, I want to know, what is Uprisers?
So Uprisers started in 2019, and the mission and just the goal of it is to tell stories that you oftentimes don't hear about in mainstream media. So, stories from our local community, or it could even be a national, global movement, but oftentimes you don't hear about. It's voices of the unheard. So we really want to make sure we use clothing, streetwear, as a vehicle to tell those stories. And so it's basically, we designed streetwear where we meet social good.
I would even go so far to say that some of the biggest impact has been through art. Art to do it, whether it be streetwear or performance art, to be able to really get those messages out there. So I wanted to ask you a little bit, is there anybody in particular or any brand in particular, whether it be a creator or an artist, whatever medium that is, that inspires your work?
Yeah, I mean, my mom is from Japan, so I'm really inspired by the Japanese way and the minimalism and just how they care so much about the craft. And even with Murakami, I think it's so interesting because it's loud and just very iconic, and I think it was a very unconventional thing that we started to see, and so I was really inspired by that. But I'm sure a lot of people talk about Virgil as well, but I think the through line is they're thinking outside of the box, and they're thinking differently, and that really inspired me because I didn't go to fashion school. Virgil studied architecture, and I think as a graphic designer, my first job was as a graphic designer. I had a certain way of thinking about art and creativity, and then how you show up in the world and tell a bigger story beyond yourself. And I think seeing these very iconic legends out there was really inspiring, that maybe you don't have to do everything by the book. And so I think that's that idea of I care so much about the local community, making sure our people are heard, that why not bridge those two worlds together and start something. So
that's wonderful. I think too, you talked to me a little bit off camera about how you're doing your best to try to connect people, right, in different communities. How have you done that as far in some of the pieces that you've made?
Yeah, I mean, again, so we started in 2019, and I want to pay homage to those that came before us and have done the work in our community. And so one of my mentors, Mike Marase, he co-founded a movement in the 1960s in UCLA when he was still a student. And it's called Ghidra. And it was one of the first Asian American stories that we started to see in publications. And he has this really, really amazing photo of the Ghidra women that were part of the movement, and one of them with a middle finger. And it was basically, a short story is we're not going to be silent anymore. We're going to stand up for ourselves and for our people. And I was really inspired by that. So I really wanted to kickstart the brand by telling that story and paying homage to our roots. So from there, it's just organically meeting different communities, different organizations, learning about different stories that we can uplift. And just throughout the years, we've been able to collaborate and partner with various members of our community and legacy businesses. It could be small, large, whatnot. But as long as they're here for the culture and for the movement, that's all that I really care about. And so we've been here at ComplexCon for 3 years now. This is our 3rd year, and every year we give back to a local organization that's based in Long Beach. If we're gonna set foot in a space, right, we want to give back to those that live here. So United Cambodian Community is a really great organization that started in the late 1970s, and Long Beach is one of the biggest populations of the Cambodian community outside of Cambodia. And so we created a Long Beach shirt that's right here, dedicated to them, so you can read a Did You Know fact about the shirt and learn a little bit about it. And hopefully it kind of gets you to, if you're curious, you can do your own digging. But 10% of these are going to go back to the organization.
See, I love that, because it's not just about what you say. Being able to bring, eyes to the situation is one thing, but actually being able to use that to impact is another. So I think that's really special.
We invited that team to also come out. So they were here yesterday, seeing everything. There's a locker that's dedicated to the organization. And so, they were sending us photos to add into it. So we put a lot of work, and it's not just picking an org and be okay, we're going to give back here. It's we really, really try to build those relationships.
That's awesome. Now, for those who don't know, I'm a big vest guy. And I have to ask you about this vest, because this is insane. I need this in my collection right here. This is crazy.
Yeah, thank you. So this is just a prototype right now. We're still working through the details of it. But again, our maiden shirts, right? So we have our LA shirts, we have our Long Beach shirts, we have one of our first pop-ups was in the Bronx in New York, and so we have a New York t-shirt as well. And there's something about maps and roots and where you're from, and let's honor those stories. And so this pattern here is the city of Los Angeles. It's the mapping of it.
Yeah, I kind of saw that there was a mapping design to it, but I wasn't really sure exactly of what.
Yeah, and we didn't want to be this is a map, right? It's you could kind of look and be oh wow, that's sick. And then it's a reversible vest.
Yo.
It's scaled up the pattern, and it says Los Angeles in abstract lettering here. And the goal is to have a netting. So we're gonna close this netting a little bit more, add a little bit more details, but the goal here is to also be able to store things maybe a notebook or something light that you can carry with you. And it's a utility vest. So
yeah, you can't have the utility vest without the utility. So you're how can I show utility in a different way? See, and that's the thinking outside the box aspect that you were talking about.
Yes, and I love just mixing materials and layering, and Even in our like prints, right? You'll see different like high density hits, puff prints. Maybe there's embroidery intertwined with some prints. So just try to change things up a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, Michelle, I came to your booth to tell your story, and I'm leaving a fan and a consumer because when this, because when this drops, when it's ready, I need it. Okay. Well, thank you, Michelle. Where can people find you at?
You can find us at We Are Uprisers on Instagram, TikTok, whatnot, and our website. So we sell a lot of our products online at weareuprisers.com.
Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us, and we can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you.
What up, y'all? You know, we're still here at ComplexCon 2023. My first con, but you know, we hyped, enjoying ourselves. Now, oh snap, we got Chief Keef up in the building. All right, see, that's exactly the type of stuff to be happening at Complex. Oh, that dude, you know what I'm saying? All right. Yo, so we are at ComplexCon 2023, and just people be pulling up on you, know what I'm saying? We got the CJ Tips. We got Sosa right here, man. Cuddy's performing in the background, and it's awesome, man. It's been such a great experience. You know, what's been really cool about it is that, you know, it's been quite a year for Cactus Plant, you know, flea market, and they're with the, you know, release of their Cactus Flea 2, and they're the creative designers for. So you see that big spider right there? This is all their kind of design style that they have here, and it's been, you know, real dope to see like the way that they've been kind of approaching it and stuff. So you know, I had to come with some heat tonight. You know, for me, it was really important. The sneaker that I selected today had to be one of my favorite sneakers of the year, and I had to go with the Kith Ronnie Feig Clark's and Adidas Samba sneaker. This was the one that I pre-ordered. It took like 6 months for it to come, but we here, baby. And man, let me tell you, extra premium, man. This is the shoe right here. You know, we have a top 10 sneaker list, and this is definitely going to be on it, but you got to tune into the episode for Culture Vultures to see where me and Speed put them at. So, man, make sure you stay locked in. Over and out. All right, yo, and that about wraps it up here for ComplexCon 2023. We had a good time, man. Shout out to Speed. We missed you, man, out here today, but we know we're going to have you back in the studio soon, and we'll probably tell that story later. But, you know, I'm about to go watch Kid Cudi, so we out. And we are back.
Hold up, bro. Sosa, just on the casual. There was a lot of things going on there. Hold on. So you just in the middle of an interview and you just walked on by.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, you needed. You know I would have got the interview. You needed me.
yeah, you. Maybe, bro. They was rolling deep. Sosa was deep out there.
Bro. You got to like really talk to Jay Tips. Those shoes that he had on, those aren't coming out.
Yeah, the ones that he actually.
Or they're just not coming out yet, or they're not coming out at all.
Not at all. I think he's trying to get some hype around it so he can release it. But like right now,
those
he's
like the SpongeBob.
Yeah, those are clean.
Are hard,
bro. The first thing I did when I interviewed him was ask him about one of the first things I did was ask him about that specific shoe because I'm like, yo, this one's hot too. Like, but I'll say this: I was able to get There's two pairs that came out. There's, you know, What's the Occasion is the overarching name for both of them, and then the one that's.
We'll tap in on that a little bit.
Yeah. So basically, the whole idea behind the shoe, and I think he explained it. If I'm not, pretty sure he explained.
Well, when you're talking about
yeah. But he basically was saying like, you know, one is for you know, the shoe for different occasions, right? You know, like the shoe that you might wear Doc Martens, right? To
Not gonna let me live that down, huh?
No. You might wear Doc Martens to, the first episode of recording Culture Vultures, or to, going out to with your lady, and then you might wear, your Chucks for when you're going to the party, right? So he has the different colors for the situation. The blue pair was for when you're going on a date, and then the red pair was for when you go to a party. And I was gonna buy both of them. But the blue pair was my favorite because I like both pair, but blue pair was my favorite. It was cold because I got to the front of the line, and the lady, she was a very nice and very attractive young lady, and I was like, yeah, I would like the on a date pair in a size 13, and she comes back, she's like, oh yeah, got you. She comes back, she's like, I'm sorry, you can't take me on a date. I was like, dang, it was like a double burn. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was kind of funny. I thought you okay. Well,
yeah, I was like, God, like that was tough. That one hit me in the chest.
Did you get a number for the party then?
No. I was too embarrassed to show up to the party at that point. But
so how'd you get the shoes?
No, I was able.
I got him.
But I was able to get the other one, and he signed the box, man. Shout out to J Tips, like he killed it this year, man. If you couldn't tell from like how excited I was during this interview, again, Jay, thank you for taking time to talk to us, man. That was really awesome. But we one thing I wanted to talk about. Obviously, we didn't get any footage of it, but the Complex Top 10 list.
Oh yeah. What'd you think about it?
It was cool. So one, I just want to say, like, it's really fun to like sit in a room with people who have a love for sneakers the way you do, whether they have different opinions about it, but like have a higher level of conversation.
Did you agree with the list?
No, not at all.
I mean, no, like the 4s were on there.
Yeah.
I like the 4s.
I do, but like they had to mention to have like the J Tip shoe on there. That's like probably one of the most like spoken about shoes, of the year. Like, yes, they're not made with Nike, so it's not like the same, it's not the same that
they were solid.
And so for me, like the fact that wasn't on there and they had to put it on the list, I'm like, all right. But what the best thing about it is, like, none of them really agree with the list. Like, people will hear about the list and they think, oh, everybody was just sitting there in agreement. No, like, you had DJ Clark Kent and Yachty, who had like two very varying opinions. Like, you're not gonna see, like, you might see Yachty in the Cactus flea market, right? But you're not going to see DJ Clark Kent in those, right? You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe.
I'm just saying he's not going to wear those. He said, I'm pretty sure he said at the thing, he's like, yeah, that's like not me, but he like respected that it was on the list. So it was just cool because you had people who had different opinions and different like styles, kind of like me and you. We have completely different style, like selections of shoes, but like we have like this part in the middle that
I can't wait till you hear about my list.
Yeah. So I'm very interested in your bottom 5 list. I feel like you just made it just to upset me.
I mean, there's like, a couple on there.
What are 5 shoes that he loves that like really just knife in the back? No,
I didn't put the Serenas on there. I actually really like those.
I'm glad I made you a believer.
Just that's about the only one.
We're gonna get him. Hey guys, we're gonna get him on the D books. Watch, I promise you.
I don't not like the D books. I just don't love them.
I love them.
Man loves bringing up these goddamn D books, bro.
I love them. D book, if you're out there, send me a phone.
I don't not. Like, I'm just, oh my God, I'm weak.
No,
but, go ahead.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're kind of doing it special this time. We're gonna go into the our list, but before we do that, we're gonna start with the sneaker of the week, because the sneaker of the week I'm doing a top 5 list. And the sneaker of the week is my 5.
Yes.
And also a gift to my buddy.
Man, yes. So, I want to say thank you, man. I appreciate that. I was lucky enough, as I opened the box all, like, open it now. I was lucky enough to be blessed with these bad boys today. I didn't even know this was the box.
It's beautiful, man. It's that the reason this is number 5, one, like, it's been a great year for the airship.
I love the Gotham.
Bro, it's beautiful, man.
The amount of L's that I take on the sneakers app, it's finally nice to just have it in writing.
And it's a shoe too. Like, it's not like it's reselling for a lot. So if somebody sees this at home, they can reasonably grab this shoe right now. And it's
a really nicely like made shoe.
it's perfect. Like I love Ama Manier, but this killing the Ama Manier. Any Ama Manier airship that they've done, and I like their shoes, but they're just perfect, right? It has the corporate on there. That's a skate shop in not skate shop, but a sneaker store in Cincinnati, and they, he's been doing it for a long time. His name escapes me right now. I actually saw him. He was at the panel. He wasn't in the panel, but he was there in the crowd too. So it was cool to see him there.
These are cool. This is tight.
Yeah. By the way, bring that back. Bring these back. Bring back. Can I get a close up? Bring back the tech stuff on the sneakers. All right. Like, I want to know why I'm paying $100 and something for the stuff in my sneakers. Look, we're turning this into a petty rant and a sneaker of the week. We combining today. All right. Bring back the tech specs. Everybody. This is what we need right here. We need this with our shoes. Not everybody went to school or watches YouTube videos about sneakers like I do, okay? We want to know what's in these shoes that makes them so special. And I want that nostalgia of when I opened up a box in the 90s and 2000s and had a big, poster card of Jordan and, this tech that I didn't even care about.
I do miss those days.
Yeah. So, this is the sneaker of the week and also my number 5 for all the reasons that we talked about. It's an accessible sneaker that you can go grab right now if you like it. Especially you Disney fans, put some purple laces in here, you looking like Sully out there. You know what I'm saying? Hornets fans, you gonna put some purple laces in?
It's more kind of Frozen, but I never even saw Frozen.
Look.
But I guess the Sullys look those are kind of cool. Yeah, purple laces in it.
Yeah, the airship Sullys. That's what we're gonna go with. If you put the purple laces in there, I saw someone do.
Are those your favorite airships out of? Well, I guess so. Top 5.
Easily, these are easily my favorite airships.
When was the actual first release date of the airships? Was that this year? Or was that the end of last year?
Man, you keep talking about these shoes. I might take them back.
Because I got them in red and the cream ones, and I really like those ones. That's why I was gonna get the tan ones and the gray ones, or I was gonna try to get these, but I was blessed today.
You have been blessed. Go, my friend, and be blessed. But
I love the box too. Can we talk about the box?
Yeah. So to get a close up on that box. So if you see right here, the reason that the box is this way is, and you're seeing these different stickers, is because these are places that Jordan Brand, like, where they've collabed with. Like, they came out with these
Philippines. Shout out to my boy Carlo.
Yeah, shout out to Carlo.
Cincinnati.
Remember they had the one with the flag colors of the
Tokyo.
Philippines. Yeah, so they collaborated with different places, and this was just next on the one. So I think every time they collaborate,
Paris, France, that's tight.
It's almost like a passport where they add like the stickers each time. For the different place. That's actually
really cool.
So yeah, that's the reason that the box is like that. That's why this is easily my number 5. So
I don't see Portland on here. I guess that doesn't count as a collaboration, huh? Does it?
No. It is. It's like collaborating with yourself. All right, and now let's go on to number 4.
What is your number 4?
Trying to wait. Drum roll. Wait for it to come up on the screen. The Lapis Lazuli New Balances. 99 V2. So I'm not really good with the numbers.
They look like some Scooby Doo's Mystery Machine kind of. No.
Wow. No. Hey, that is the first time I've heard that. And it is 100% accurate.
Kind of, no?
Yeah. Maybe that's why I love them so much.
A little bit of fake nostalgia there, but you don't know why?
No, like, I see that. Look, you even got on the heel the Velma.
These are V2s?
I think they are. They're 990s, or I think they're either 990s or 990 V2s. Sorry, New Balance heads. I'm new, admittedly. I'm late on the train. I don't even try to front. There's a lot of numbers, there's not like the crazy names like, with Nike where you can remember them, you know what I mean?
No, yeah. Well, it's funny because I can't wait to tell you about my list.
Yeah. So, the reason this is special is because, one, I think this is probably like the first real, like, New Balance collab outside of Joe Fresh Goods that really got people like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. Like, even if it's not your favorite shoe, I think that this shoe, it made waves. And, like, 2, this is designed by Action Bronson, and you can't look at the shoe and be like, without seeing him. Like, come on, like that's the most Action Bronson shoe, period.
You like these more than the J Tips?
We'll find out. I do have 3 more on the
my bad.
list, so.
Excuse me, my fault.
Hey, I'm not trying to spoil the list.
My bad. I didn't
So,
know they were on the list.
Wait. Are you talking about from the what's the occasion joints?
Well, now I'm confused. Now I'm
the
list.
Yeah, let's see the list. Let's see the list. So yeah, that is why that is number 4 on my list, because that is just a dope sneaker, and I think it's like I said, it's good for New Balance, and it's good for sneakers in general, in my opinion, because when you have competition, that's when you get like the best from everyone, including Nike. And when Nike is in their bag and they're not being lazy or not just like relying on
new technology,
maybe having the biggest athlete or anything like that.
New technology is what you want.
That's true. But then on to number 3.
Wind chime. Ding.
All right.
Ding. Okay, what's your number 3? Hit me.
My number 3 is the Kith 8th Street Samba with Clarks.
Those were the ones that you were wearing at ComplexCon.
Those are the ones that I was wearing at ComplexCon. And I promise you guys that this one with the other 2 above it, it was a 3-way tie. Like, I forced myself to pick one, and I'm going to go over my reasons why. Because it was like, it's a list, you know what I mean? But nobody wants to say like, 5, 4, and then 1, 2, 3 together. Like, I even asked you, I was like, can I have all 3 of them on the list? You're like, no.
I was like, well, yeah, because I was like, you can't, I don't know. I don't feel like that works. Does that work at the Olympics? There's 3 gold medalists?
No, you're right. He's right. He's right. I hate these.
Plus,
but he's right.
Ice cream always tastes better when you win.
You heard it here first.
Can that be the start? Welcome to the ice cream always tastes better when you win.
The ice cream always tastes better when you win. Welcome to to the ComplexCon episode. So yeah, that is
number 3.
Those are my number 3s. I think the reason that those are special is because obviously
there was a 3-way collab.
But like, see, this is the thing. When you do a collaboration, it really had, to me, I feel like you have to really have the DNA of all 3 entities. Or like when you do a collaboration, it should feel like, okay, this is where these two made a baby together. You know what I mean?
There was 3 people in that one, right?
Yeah. Not even going there right now with you. But I think with the soul, like the way they did the soul, that's the Clarks feel. The Samba is obviously like a killer year. You cannot have a top 10 list without the Samba on it this year because of how
much. I was like, whoa now. You mean this year? I'm glad you clarified
that.
Yeah.
I was going to say top 10 of this year. You can have a top 10 list of this year without the Samba, right? Because they completely killed it this year. And I want to see what they do next. I hope they don't burn it out like they did the NMDs. So yeah, and then they have the Kith or Ronnie Feig is the quality of the materials. And I'll admit, it's a pricey shoe. Like, even pre-ordering it hurt to be, put down, $200, $300 for a pair of shoes. But I like the fact that I was able to pre-order it. So anybody who was able to have the money for the sneaker, that they got it, And I think that's like awesome.
And the resale on it's actually pretty good for like what you paid, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean the thing is about them though is like it's the type of shoe, because if you ever had a Clark shoe before, like the first time you wear it, it's instantly, the bottom of it's instantly like black dirt.
I haven't actually owned a pair of Clarks. I get Doc Martens.
Funny story. I don't know if I've said this on the show yet, but my first sneaker job ever was at Clark's. I worked at Clark's Shoes.
Actually, I do think you said something about that. Well,
yeah.
That's where we would put the QR code up. Got to catch them all.
Yeah, so... you're but yeah, no, it was terrible job. Great company though. Great shoes, great people.
Yeah, especially if you're still supporting them now.
Yeah. So
terrible job though.
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate why? Why would we not want to work at Clark's?
So I mean, when you go to a sneaker store, it's a lot of people who are younger, right, or within a certain age range. When you go to Clark's, people are going there for comfort, typically. So it's usually an older demographic, and older people are very particular and picky with what they spend or what they'll spend on, and sometimes they just want to come in and try on a shoe.
Got it.
So that is the part that I would say is that makes it difficult.
Is it off a commission?
There was commission, but man, And no matter what the commission was, that was not the place for me. But it was a good experience, and it made me learn a lot about shoes and footwear, the footwear business. So
I like it. I like it a lot.
But moving on to the next shoe. All right, so this was really hard for me.
The J-Tips.
Yeah, J-Tips. So I think he won. The reason I felt comfortable doing this is because he just won an award for Sneaker of the Year or, Creator of the Year. So I feel okay putting him at number 2 because that's like I said, I'm a big fan. That's my guy. Obviously, I spent some time with him. But the reason it's number 2 is only because of what was number 1, not because it's for me. It's my top 5 sneakers of the year. And so to talk about this sneaker without any qualifiers, if you've seen the sneaker, you know that this shoe is special. Like, this is a shoe that you didn't even need to know what brand it was, but you're like, man, what is that? And that is, like, to me, of a sneakerhead, that's the heart and soul of like collecting sneakers, where you have a shoe.
There's good color on that one, but now I kind of like the mystery machines a little bit better. I don't know.
The lapis, those are hot too. But
well, now that we named them the mystery machines.
Sorry, not the lap. Yeah, make sure you guys change that, sneakerheads. They're called the mystery machines.
# culture.
Vulture.
So I should say it first.
yeah. So this shoe is just perfect. It's like it's not like the hottest sneaker that they have ever done. He even said when he was like selecting what shoe to use that he didn't want to like just use, this is the hottest, Saucony sneaker. Like, so he went into their archive, saw what they were doing, and he came with the Azura 2000, I believe, Azura Grid 2000. Again, Saucony, I'm new here, so apologies.
This is those are the ones were your first pair, right? The party ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the Azuras, these are the Azuras right here.
But like the ones that you purchased, that was your first pair.
Yeah, that is the first pair that I've owned.
And how many New Balances do you have?
I want to say I have about 3 pairs, 2.
Okay, so you're still a little bit new in there too.
Yeah. Nike. I've been mainly Nike and Adidas growing up, and well, not growing up, because growing up I wasn't able to get any name brand sneakers. But when I was able to buy my own sneakers, it was Nike and Adidas. A lot of Nikes because I came up in the SB phase, as we talked about. But this is a great sneaker, and if you are mad that it's not, if anyone's out there mad that it's not sneaker of the year, I get it. I'm not mad at you at all. Like, elite sneaker, he made his splash on the scene, and then he didn't just do it once. As we saw today, he's done it 2 more times, and actually 3 more times, because we need to get invited to that dinner. That's the dinner pair, the SpongeBob joints you're talking about.
Did he have a panel at all?
No, he didn't do a panel.
He just had the booth.
He had the booth though, but his was the best booth at ComplexCon, in my opinion.
Chris had a booth there, right?
Oh my God!
I'm just fact checking you. I'm not saying that. You said the best booth.
Yo, listen. So it's
look,
just
bro.
I'm
just saying. Just
gotta make sure.
You could have just said he had a really good booth, as other people did too.
You guys see what I'm talking about?
I'm just
saying. See what I'm talking about?
I'm just giving you straight facts.
He be repping. Their booth was nice, but this booth. This booth was special. It had an ambiance about it, the way that it was set up.
You had to be there.
Exactly. Dude, there was flowers on the floor in the dinner table because next to the date pair. Like, that's fire. That's special.
This man wanted to get flowers and the date shoe and left with nothing and no date.
See, look, he had his feelings because I said Chris Brown got the second best booth at Maximum. Okay, we moving on. Listen, I'm about to. Look,
let me tell you something real quick.
All right,
since you did a top 5 the best, I just want to speed through mine really quick. I just want to tell you my top 5 worst shoes of the year.
We're gonna get to it, but I have one last shoe. I have my sneaker of the year.
Oh yeah, I forgot, bro. That was 4. Wait. Well, I mean, I already know what it is. That's why.
All right.
You know what's cool about this sneaker though? It's cool that, like, since I met you, it's revolved around this entire year.
Yes, that is the reason. This is the
cool.
Sneaker of the year.
This was the original shoe of the entire, before the Sabrinas.
Yes,
before the flea markets.
This was the sneaker.
The ugly Unions, which are on my top 5. Worst shoe of the year.
I'll fight you. So we're about to have our first brawl at Culture Vultures because that's on my top 10, but it didn't make top 5 for me. All right, so sneaker of the year is the Air Jordan 4 X Nike SB. One, so there's like, I could go a long list of things. The reason the shoe is iconic, obviously Nike SB is the root of my sneaker love. My experiences growing up with my friend OV, we skated together, and we would go to all the skateboard demos and try and collect the SBs and stuff like that.
Was your first like shoe for skateboarding like an actual Nike SB, or was it just like a skateboarding shoe?
I want to say my first. I think they were
And like, were you more of I skate in SBs, or were you just more like I skate in skateboarding shoes?
It was more skateboarding shoes. I had a bunch of shoes. I had Declines, I had Supras, I had Vans, I had everything. Only thing I never had was Osiris's because they were so expensive. When I was a kid, I was like, nah, we're not paying for shoes that you're gonna destroy. Like they're actually made to get destroyed. So, but I had Lakai's. There's so many different. Yeah, I wasn't just skating in SBs. SBs were like Pokemon, trying to collect them all. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was like.
It was a good time back then.
Man,
that is true. When it was like, because you can really find some for like $89, $110. Simple.
Man, and yeah, on the shelf. Like, it was still hard though. Like, even then, it was hard.
You had to find like a spot. You had to know like we had to in the cut spot in Elk Grove.
Yes, you had to know somebody because if not,
in Elk Grove.
You would call places that didn't know you. You would call in and be like, "Yo, do you guys have a pair of them?" And they'd be like, "Nah." Then you walk in and you're like,
I remember I got
you trying to hide that pair for your homie. That's why
I got the skunks at Cowtown, bro, in Arizona State, right behind Mill Street. One of the best purchases I ever made in my life.
Dude, the skunk. That is like this guy has some stuff. He hasn't even like tapped into.
I lost the Dooms somewhere. I think they're in Ace's storage, my cousin's storage.
Don't be telling them like we have a break-in after this episode airs. No, don't be telling people where they're at. You're like, actually, if you go on this street.
Well, that man has like 4 storage units, so in three different states, a lot of different teams.
What if Nicolas Cage and National Treasure is listening to the show right now? He gonna find it.
I mean, he also played Superman on that last. Let him. I mean, if he would have had me with the Da Vinci Code, maybe.
Tom Hanks. All right, we're moving on. So the main reason that this sneaker is special, though, to me, is because, one, like you said, our friendship, like the beginning of our friendship when we met at in Utah for the All-Star Weekend, we were talking about sneakers, and I told you how excited I was about this sneaker, and you and your friend who will be on the show, at some point here, help me to get these, and they were just really important to me. So like, it was special because this year has been special with my career and with getting into the sneakers. So
you're talking about your career on 2K?
Oh yeah, I'm in 2K. If you guys didn't know that. But yeah, so that's why.
It's my player. Sorry, I play Dragon Ball Z.
So yeah, that's
Light the beam.
Kings suck. All right, moving on. But yeah, that was my top 5 list. It's special because of it being and obviously Jordan too. Like Jordan and SBs together, like you can't really lose with that. And the shoe being like retooled and more comfortable than 4s. Because if you own a pair of 4s, they're aged a little bit. Like they're good for a couple hours, but they ain't those 4 or 6 hour shoe.
Which is why I'm wondering if next year when the Black Cats come out, do you think it's gonna it shouldn't have the SB technology, but will it be more comfortable?
Do you mean like the reimagined joints that are supposed to come out, or do you?
No, they're all black. The Black Cats.
They're coming out. I didn't even know that.
I mean, unless maybe I believe so. Towards the summertime.
Cool, I'm with it, man. I've never. That's on my list to like. Oh, Jordan 4s I need to own. So
someone stole mine at Christian Brothers, but I mean, I feel like that one was owed.
Man, you be dropping some like. We're gonna have to like make that an episode or something like that. You should be dropping some random stuff like, oh yeah, one time, when I broke into the bank that one time, and I got away. Like, okay.
I would never do such thing as breaking into anything ever.
You heard it here. All right. So now that we have gone to through the top 5 list, we'll take a little break, and when we come back, we'll close on your bottom 5 sneakers of the year. Let's get petty.
Run it up.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Dragon Ball Z will always have my heart. I know that, like, obviously other animes have, you know, kind of breaking down some things that Dragon Ball Z don't have.
By the way, I love Dragon Ball Z, and I want to say, like, people don't keep things in perspective. They always try, like, don't get me wrong, you definitely need to pull out some of that filler, like some of that power.
100%.
But one, I think
versus Naruto.
No, both of them. But I'm just saying, one, Dragon Ball Z has the greatest dub voices of all time, most iconic ever, not even close.
Yeah.
2, Dragon Ball Z, the story up to Frieza Saga, I think is a perfect story.
It's beautiful.
It's perfect. The fact that Vegeta went from being the big bad villain, Goku let him go.
His arc is everything.
Yes, and he saves Gohan and Krillin. Like, he was in sicko mode on there.
Yeah.
He was not the strongest, but they got all the Dragon Balls. They stayed alive, and he kept they all stayed alive.
Reliable.
And Krillin too, by the way.
I love the way
Krillin
Vegeta be eliminating people when he's not playing, bro.
Zarbon
even in Super.
And Zarbon, bro. Yo, when he got his get back on Zarbon and was it
Dodoria.
He got Pui too. But bro, and how he double tapped the Ginyu Force.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yo,
going through Merc and them.
Yeah. After Goku was like, "What are you doing?" Bro, he's like, "Bro,
be quiet.
These people would have murdered your son.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your son, bro."
And like the character arc of Vegeta is just so it's so great because we as fans remember this dude was ready to blow up Earth.
I hated him too,
bro. Yeah, because I was like, this dude is giving us work.
I'm like such a pacifist, like give people a second. And when he was crawling into the, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Krillin had Yajirobe's sword.
Yeah. Hey, bro. And I want to say this. I say to this day, the greatest twist in the history of anime was when Yajirobe cut off his tail.
Yo, bro, what a clutch. And I'm telling people that until I die, bro. You know I saved Earth.
I'm just saying, like, that has to be like one.
Yeah, it's huge.
There's never been like that was the most, like, nobody expected that. And if you watch Dragon Ball, you know, like the history and stuff like that. You're like, yo, this is a moment.
That's what I was about to say too. I was like, does your family watch Did they watch Dragon Ball as well?
Yeah, we're actually watching Dragon Ball now.
Okay, so like, because that's when Yamcha had his shine.
Yeah, bro.
Yamcha used to be nice too for a minute.
Yo,
put a pin in Yamcha because what people also need to see is as far as long-term storytelling. In Dragon Ball, you don't know what Goku is. You don't know what he is.
That's so true.
There's no mentioning of Saiyan, no mentioning of nothing.
He just came from the sky.
Yeah, like just from the sky. We don't know nothing about him. And to not mention or hint or even give any type of inkling of where he came from or any of that, and we just rocking with it until a whole new series happens. That's
and it came
crazy.
out a little bit later too. Like,
yeah, like it took some time. Dragon Ball was what, 86?
Just to let you guys know, Goku turns into a giant gorilla.
Absolutely.
I win.
All that for that.
No. A giant gorilla who shoots beams out of his mouth.
What up? We're back. So
We back, baby.
I just wanted to give you a little quick fun list of, my top sneakers of the year, but I was gonna give the worst.
Because you're a hater.
A little bit of a hater, but all right, let me just tell you really quick. I'm gonna save those for number 1. But coming in at number 5, I'm gonna just put all of the Yeezys, okay? Every Yeezy that came back out, I just mean that in general. And it's cool that they're gonna de-partner with everything. I don't hate the Yeezys. It's like, okay, we did all that. The whole thing to get rid of Kanye was on strike. Made a bunch of Yeezy shoes. They all look the same. I mean, Adidas shoes, they all look the same. All for this to just come back. And people still be kind of like, nope, it's out for me. Those are number 5 on my list. So you can put any Yeezy up if you just want to.
Any Yeezy.
Not to hate on Yeezy either.
No.
But I'm just saying, I wore my whatever's through 2 or 3 weeks ago anyways.
Are we done or we finished with this partnership, right?
Basically.
And honestly, I feel like my biggest issue is I feel like the Yeezy brand as a whole, I never feel like they reached their potential because it kept being the same shoe over and over again. Like, it was great that they replaced the Roshi run. Like he came out with his own.
But even with that time, like, he was there when the Roshis were coming out, when he was making the original Yeezys, and really just took that idea and took it to Adidas with the NMDs and the cloud foams or whatever. Yeah. I'm not mad at it. I like the turtle doves.
I think, like, objectively you can say that the V2s and the V1s are better than the Roche run, and that's why it killed it. So I even though it is come from that concept, he did it better.
It was just, all right.
But I'm saying, like, to your point, I just agree. Like, when you said they all look the same, like, it's sad that I can't really disagree with you.
Similar. Obviously there's different style Yeezys, but in a sense of
but not to hit that.
They're just coming. Yeah, like, it's not like even when they came out with the what was it, the 700s, the ones with the gray ones.
720, man. That's the best Yeezy for Adidas. Period. And they only came out once. Like.
No, the grays and the black. Gray and white.
I mean, like, they only came out for like one time.
Right.
But they're going to drop every other one. Let me get started.
Yeah, exactly.
Get to number 4. I'm about to get upset with you.
All right, at number 4, I got the Pandas, bro. I got the Pandas because they re-released about, 10 times?
At least. There was at least like.
In 8 different ways.
Yo.
Reimagined.
Yeah, you know what's crazy?
I think one of my homies has an Asian Pacific style.
That's kind of fire, actually. I'm mad, though, because I fought off buying a pair of Panda Dunks all year round because of that exact thing. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with Pandas. But
I do.
Because it's just a classic. It's just like classic. Like nothing. It's like wearing an all white Air Force One. Like, it's just another shoe like that to me.
I think that's a shoe that if somebody gave them to me, I might actually re-gift or donate to a cause or something. Like, if I get one, we can give them away on the show.
Maybe we can give away some Pandas here.
But you would never catch me with any Pandas.
Except for on the show. If you watch it, he might give you one. But I was gonna say, it's funny. All year long, I fought against buying a pair of Pandas, and then it was like, wow, these reimagined ones I liked. Not reimagined, but the like aged ones where it was like the leather was more premium.
Right, exactly.
And then
those just came out recently too, right? October-ish or something.
September, maybe September. And I was like, oh, the sole's yellow, so I don't have to worry because I don't like my white getting dirty. So I'm like, oh, yellow, that's perfect. I get early access for it and buy immediately. And let me tell you, do you think I got the shoe?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Because people wanted them that bad?
I guess so.
Well, sounds like God did you a solid.
All right, moving on to number 3. God did.
Number 3 are going to be the Tiffany Air Force Ones.
This man is coming with some heat on this list.
I mean, it says that it's just a hater list, but
you are in your element right now.
Well, no, I think that being like just Tiffany, the brand, you could have just came so much harder, and the shoe, it was just, as much as people even make fun of Black Forces, just to put just the strip on there, it just wasn't enough for me. The friends and family ones were nice, they're popping, but
those were better. But even then, like even if that was the shoe, I feel like it's underwhelming. So I agree with you.
Underwhelming. Yeah, very underwhelming.
And also too the fact that because it's like not the fact that it's that color. If that had just been like a general release where anyone could get it, I wouldn't feel any type of way about it. But the fact that it was
a price. The price point on that was
like $2,000 or something like that. It's crazy.
I don't even remember. I just remember. No, it wasn't that high, but it was something.
It was at least 4 figures though, right?
No. I think it was. Maybe
just
that's
like
what
it was reselling for.
Maybe it was like some. I want to say it was like $350 for something. I don't know. Actually, I gotta fact check that.
If it was less than 500, I would be surprised.
Maybe right around there, but
yeah, but I agree.
It just was like for that. I'm just not enough for me personally.
Bro, you are killing it with this list. Okay, I'm interested. I know what one of them is. But
yeah, we're gonna do those next.
Yeah,
the Union ones. The reason why I'm like they're just doing too much. Is it a detachable shoe? Is it like when you used to do those things in like summer camp where you'd make the little bead?
Yeah,
and that's what I see going across that, and I just feel like Union as Union 4s compared to that. Underwhelming for me.
So, I think it's a divisive shoe. You're not alone in the way that you think about that shoe. I think the reason that you don't like it is different from other people because I think if it was reselling for a lot, some of those other people would not have an issue with it. I know you don't care about those type of things. So I'm very protective of this shoe because it is on my top 10 list, but we did top 5. It's an honorable mention, And I just feel like, to me, I think that's a really dope shoe because they're doing something that's different, and I like the way it looks. If you don't like the way it looks, okay, that's fine. But I like that they're doing something different, and also, too, it looks really cool, like shoe on from above, like looking at the shoe, the edge of the shoe being like that like braided woven thing, like an airscape what is it? Airscape, hyperscape. Something scape. The woven, the woven joints.
You mean like Flyknit?
No, but it's like the shoe where it has like kind of like that. It's a low top and it has the same kind of material on it.
Honestly, no, because.
Oh yeah. Not you. All right.
Not me.
But yeah, I like the shoe. I'm bullish on this. I think it was a good shoe, and it makes me even happier that a lot of people didn't like it because the people who did like it were able to get it. And years from now, people will like that shoe and it'll be reselling for more. So that's my opinion.
You think so?
I do.
You want to take a bet on this? Like, in a year, you think that the unions are going to go up in price?
I would say not in a year, but like years from now. Like
these years from now. Like put this in writing right now. So like it doesn't even matter. This is just at this point. This is for me and you.
Let's say 5 years.
5 years from now.
5 years.
And how much do you think they might go up in price?
Hundreds. I'll give more than 100.
Let's like 250 and above. Under 5.
Over 250. I'll be close to 5. Maybe more.
Okay, well, we'll leave it in that.
Yeah. Hey, 5 years from now, we'll put this in a capsule and we'll come back to revisit it then.
All right, that's fine.
Culture Vultures season 5. All right.
And then the last shoe.
All right.
I mean, I guess it's kind of broad, but I really wanted to use the unions. But I was gonna say those New Balance 990 V4s. They just came out like in 3 different colors, but I wouldn't put that as my number 1. I should have put that more as like number 3 or something.
Got it. Okay.
At the end of the day, like I just didn't like for New Balance not having as many shoes that is kind of to the culture and stuff, or that more often than not people want to buy or that people want to purchase as a consumer. They just need to be coming with the right style, or at least coming with, you can have your regular comfort shoe, but like you said, even with the older people and Clark's buying it, it's tailored to somebody.
Yeah.
So I want more like Mystery Machine. I want more, J-Tip type, color styles.
Or Joe Fresh Goods, man. He has not missed on
something more exclusive, something still bright, but you could still have it in a regular color if it's, I don't mind having a black shoe or a gray shoe. I think New Balance gray is actually really cool too. I like that a lot, but I just feel like they need more. They need something. Those like Grinch-looking shoes they got coming out for Christmas are tight, but I also feel like the Kobe 6 had a real involvement on lime green shoes with the red laces.
I'm like, I see it and I like it, but I like it for the same reason because it reminds me of the Grinches. So for me, I'm like,
do I like the New Balance or do I like the green shoes?
Exactly. I feel like, but it's like me and you, I think we can agree like overall our favorite sneakers are Nike SBs, which are like the king of taking inspiration from other things that are like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
well, yeah, they tell a story though, and it's usually a collaboration point. So.
Yeah, but like, I mean, what is like some of the most like exclusive ones ever are ones that got canceled because they just tried to, because they just
Freddy Cougars.
Exactly. So, I'm kind of like, it's one of those things. I kind of also can appreciate the fact that because of Kobe, that's why it's there. Why it exists. And it's like why red, black, and white is popular color on shoes, right? Or black and red is a popular color on shoes because of Jordan, right? Because of like the Bulls colorways that he would wear. So I have to just like kind of accept it as that. But
Mike likes the Dukes. Those Kobe 8s that just came out.
Those Kobe 8 Dukes are tough.
Those are hard.
I need those in both colorways, but
I just hate that every time they come out with Kobe's too. Another hating moment is why is it always the 8s? Besides like reverse Grinches and the 6, and then no one can get them. Besides, I got like 2 homies that got those.
You make a good point. I think they're gonna do it the same way that they do with Jordan Brand, where it's like, okay, this is like I think next year is the year of what's those honey ones that are like gonna be like 320 that we were talking about. I think it's like the Air Jordan, was it 18 or 20?
The 17s?
17s?
Yellow, black, yeah, those.
Yeah, that's like next year. I think like 3, 4, 5 pairs or something like that are coming out next year.
Of the 17s? I mean?
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I know at least 2 pairs, but I think they're gonna be doing it like that, where it's like, okay, we're gonna be putting out we're gonna be putting out 8s. Okay,
I'll get every 17.
Bro, if they bring back the Kobe 6s, not just like the ones that are
shout out to Wilson.
Yeah, if they bring back the Kobe 6s, I'm all over it.
Kobe 6s, yeah. Well, I mean, Carla, my homie.
I need those to hoop in though. That's my favorite hoop shoe. It's just I don't know. I can't justify putting.
I had the 3D Kobe 6s. Those are my hoop shoe.
Man.
I also had. I had like 3 or 4 pairs of Kobe's.
I think there was a Venice Beach version of the 6 that I burnt out. I think there's that teal, gray, and purple pair.
Of the what?
Of the 6s. It's like no, it was.
Oh yeah, no, I had those too. White, purple.
Those were in
blue,
the outlets because you could get those. Those were like everywhere.
Yeah, I played in those too.
I remember going to the outlet to grab a Kobe 6 and just being like, "That's normal." Damn, like, oh, these ones are on sale. I like this shoe. Let me grab these 6s. And there was like 3 or 4 other 13s there. Like if I would have just bought those, I would have been good for sneakers, for like basketball sneakers forever.
Brother, yeah, that Kobe stuff still hurts today, man.
But yeah, man. But not to end on a somber tip, it was nice for us to get the hate out too, because I've been real positive lately. It was nice to get some.
I mean, I'm still hating that I didn't get to go to ComplexCon.
Yep, man.
How was the Kid Cudi? Did you actually watch the performance?
Yeah. Kid Cudi was cool. He was cool. Kid Cudi's always gonna be good. Like he hums and you start floating. It's just how it is.
I like it.
All right, but
I mean, it wasn't like a Chris performance, but I'm sure it was good.
The number 1 Chris Brown fan in America, people.
Man. Dun, dun, dun.
So we have another episode of Culture Vultures in the book. You can find me at The Pettiest LA on all platforms. Speed, where can they find you?
At aye.speed on all platforms. Most platforms.
And there you have it. Thank you guys for checking us out. We'll be back soon. Over and out.